Earlier this year, Daniel Bryan's wrestling career ended when he retired from WWE due to having multiple concussions over the years. Obviously, this is probably the main reason why Daniel Bryan is not wrestling anymore. But that hasn't stopped many wrestling fans speculating as to what other reasons might come into play as to why Daniel Bryan is not wrestling anymore. So in today's Top 10, I'm going to count down the top 10 conspiracy theories as to why Daniel Bryan is really never going to wrestle again in the WWE. Number 10. WWE is very strict when it comes to their roles of their wrestlers. So Daniel Bryan now as a GM, WWE doesn't want to change that. They want him to stay as the general manager. They love having everybody just play the same role. And when you get stuck in that role, it's hard to break out of it. Number 9. Okay, this conspiracy theory is a little bit ridiculous because it really doesn't make any sense. Some people claim that Stephanie McMahon should be the only one who does yes chants in WWE's eyes. But if you look at Daniel Bryan, he's doing the yes chants on SmackDown, so this one really doesn't make any sense. But Stephanie McMahon, for some reason, she does the yes chants. Not as much as she used to. Number 8. Another conspiracy theory being thrown out there is that WWE does not want Daniel Bryan to wrestle again is because they see him as a liability. He's also had a neck issue a couple years ago as well. It wasn't just concussions that he's had. Vince McMahon may see him as injury prone. Number 7, another conspiracy theory being thrown out there is that WWE wants to push new stars, and Daniel Bryan is just not in the plans. It sounds ridiculous that WWE wouldn't want to push Daniel Bryan if he was healthy enough to wrestle. So I don't believe in this one. This is ridiculous. Number 6, when Roman Reigns was starting to get pushed by WWE a couple years ago, a lot of fans would chant Daniel Bryan when he was wrestling. Some people were speculating there for a while. One of the main reasons why they don't want Daniel Bryan wrestling again is because WWE is pushing Roman Reigns and they don't want people to chant Daniel Bryan. Number 5. Now this one really doesn't make any sense to me because he's on Talking Smack every week. So basically what this conspiracy theory is that Daniel Bryan, when he talks, he just basically says what's on his mind. He mentions TNA or whatever. So I guess you could say this is an example of the reason why people are saying this is the Daniel Bryan and The Miz. They got into this heated argument. Originally supposed to be a work, then it turned into a shoot. Number 4, another conspiracy theory being thrown out there is that Vince McMahon never really liked Daniel Bryan that much. Look, Vince McMahon, he likes tall wrestlers. He likes wrestlers who have huge muscles. Daniel Bryan, yes, he's an in-shape guy, he's an athletic guy, but he doesn't look like Roman Reigns. Number 3, another thing WWE doesn't really like is when people do the Daniel Bryan chants. They get annoyed by it when anybody does the Daniel Bryan chants, the CM Punk chants. Number 2, another conspiracy theory out there is that Daniel Bryan's health is actually worse than WWE is letting on. I don't agree with this one. Daniel Bryan actually competed in a weightlifting competition a few months back. I don't think he'd be doing that if his health was worse, like if he had like a really horrible neck injury. Number 1. Now this conspiracy theory I agree with. The concussion lawsuit going up against WWE right now, including former wrestlers, Road Warrior Animal, Jimmy Snuka, Paul Orndorff. They're suing WWE. Until this thing is over with, and who knows when it will end, they're not going to bring back Daniel Bryan to wrestle again. It's just not going to happen. And what happens in 20 or 30 years if Daniel Bryan starts to show signs of CTE? WWE could be held liable for this, and Daniel Bryan could actually sue WWE. They don't want to be a part of that. So the only chance Daniel Bryan ever has to wrestle again is if one day he leaves WWE and ends up wrestling for another company.